everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Phyllis, and here on my channel I share DIYs, home decor, Goodwill, thrift hauls, and more. And if this is your first time stopping by, thank you, and please consider subscribing. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, and I would love to read your comments. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. In today's video, I am participating in the Restoration Hardware Look for Less Collaboration 2020, and the hosts are Danielle, the domestic scientist, Glamour Ellen, and Styling with Stacy. And their co-hosts are Lady Phoenix of Really Good Living, Sheryl of I Style My Style, and Candy of DIY Designs by CCW. I will leave the links to these young ladies' channels in my description box below, along with the participants' playlist. These ladies have a beautiful, amazing channel. They have asked that we do a DIY of a piece to duplicate a restoration hardware piece. And these are some inspirations that I found on Restoration Hardware line. And I chose these three vases because this vase I purchased off of Craigslist back in 2008 for $20. And it's really an outdoor vase because there are holes at the bottom that water goes through. I painted it white in 2018, and when I saw this collaboration come up, I said I would love to be a participant and redo my vase to look like a restoration hardware piece. Now I put it side by side on a collage. It reminds me of this more or less as far as the size. The first one that passed because of the lip, and this is what it looked like when I purchased it, and then I spray painted, and when I got done with my process, this is what it turned out to look like, and I love the way it turned out. So if you're interested in watching the process of how I took it to this level, then just keep watching. Now let's get started. This vase is very heavy. So I'm here in my worship prayer room, and I took 3 colored paints, all acrylic paints, brown, black, and a pewter gray, and I poured one in each plate, and I took a stipple brush and I started stippling the vase, and I just didn't like that. So what I did, I just dabbed the brush in all 3 paints. I didn't change the brush, but I just got all 3 colors on the brush, and I started just brushing back and forth, making sure that I'm going in the direction of the vase, not up and down, but around and sideways. And in the beginning when I was doing it, it looked like a hot mess to me, but I just pushed on through just to see what the end result would look like. And again, I love the way it turned out. So what I did was I continued to do this process, turning the vase around. Here where I saw where it got too dark, so I got a rag and I would just wash off the excess. So I did that to the entire vase, and washing off the excess kind of gives the results or look of what Mother Nature herself would do. You know how when you get a pot and it's newly painted and you sit it outside, the sun would start fading it and the paint would start peeling. That's the look that I was getting when I use the rag to wipe off the excess. And here I turned it upside down so I won't paint on top of my bookshelves there on the floor. And again, I just continued to take my brush and just dab it in all 3 colors and paint it around, and then just took the rag to wipe off the excess. Now what I did here, after I stopped painting, I painted a little more, and after I painted the rim of the vase, I then just took my rag and started wiping off some of the paint to try to get some of the white to break through, because again, I want it to look like the sun had aged the color or the paint on the vase. And here I'm painting on the inside. I did not care too much what it looked like on the inside with the brush strokes, but then again, it won't be seen because I am going to put some faux fern inside of it. Now this is where I stopped painting, and I just took my rag and started wiping really hard in some areas to just kind of wipe the paint off so some of the white can kind of peek through. And on this vase, some areas were very smooth, like what I'm painting, and the paint would not stick. So I would go over it again and just paint and just lightly wipe, not press real hard, but lightly wipe so some of the paint can stay on. But again, the end result came through and I loved the way it turned out. Now it's time to style it in my worship and praise room. I replaced this vase with my restoration hardware dupe. I removed this vase, took the ferns out, and here is my restoration hardware look for less. Again, I already had this vase. I purchased back in 2008. The ferns I already had. So really, this cost me nothing because I had already had it. And I bought it from Craigslist for $20. So I already used something that I had in my home. And here it is what it looks like without the ferns on the inside. Again, I was not crazy about how the inside looked, but again, I didn't care because I was putting the ferns on it. But I love the way the outside. I love that weathered, worn look. I personally never thought I would be that type of person to love those kind of finishes, but this rustic look is kind of growing on me, and it turned out so nice. I had fun being a part of this restoration hardware look for less collaboration, and I want to thank you all for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching JRC Restoration, Decor, and Designs. And remember, the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. So until next time, make it a blessed and productive day, everyone. Bye-bye.